This is Dr. Drew with a little bit about cold calling failure. There are too many people today that are cold calling and are failing at it. Here are the reasons why. Number one is that 94% of people do not make a successful phone call. And the reason being is because there is an inability to identify who the buyer is. The second problem that happens today is that there's a lack of recognition to the person that you're trying to speak with. With the recession and the thing that has happened in today's economy, there are too many people today that have been moved about. And so you have numerous people that aren't doing the jobs that they used to do before. You now have one person doing the job of many. So who used to make the decision before is probably now the gatekeeper in your previous life. So you need to have a recognition of who that person is. And number three is the inability to reach the buyer and a failure for you to establish a relationship with that person. The reason why cold calling fails is there are too many of you today that are out there trying to pitch your product or service. And I'm going to tell you right now, listen up. You are not cold calling to sell your product or service. You are cold calling to try to establish a relationship. And that's where things fail. There's a disconnect between what you're trying to have happen and what the buyer believes in their heart. So how do you get around this? What is the prescription for success? Here are four very simple things. Number one, focus on the output of the buyer. You focus on output by putting together questions related to objectives and measurements of success that that client is looking to achieve. Number two is you want to focus on outcome and results. Everything that you say has got to be focused on outcome, and it's got to be focused on the results that you're trying to provide for the organization. Number three, you need to be as general as possible. The more general you are, the better off you're going to be at honing in on what the client wants. And lastly, most importantly, it's all about relationship. Stop selling. Start setting yourself up to achieve a relationship with the particular buyer and not selling anything. This is Dr. Drew, and until next time, remember, it's all about the results you get.